Within the last hour, we learned disturbing new information about the arrest of an actor known for his role in the movie Dances with Wolves.
This is the man right here. His name is Nathan Lee Chasing Horse. North Las Vegas police arrested him last night after a months-long investigation. This was following accusations of sexually assaulting young Indigenous girls.
Fox 5's Danny Maston has been going through that new arrest report. Danny, what have you learned?
John and Jacqueline, North Las Vegas police arrested Chasing Horse from his home here near Washburn and Losee. I did get a copy of that arrest report just a few hours ago now. It is said that he shares this house here with his 5 wives. And I have been keeping an eye out here, and from what I've seen, it doesn't look as if anyone is home at the moment. The warrant states the arrest stems from crimes allegedly committed in Clark County. They include sex trafficking, sexual assault of a child younger than 16, and child abuse. We captured video from when North Las Vegas police arrested him from his home. The search warrant says police have identified at least 6 alleged victims and uncovered sexual allegations against Chasing Horse dating to the early 2000s and in multiple states, which include Montana, South Dakota, and Nevada. According to the search warrant, Chasing Horse used spiritual traditions as a tool to sexually assault young girls, and on numerous occasions. His followers calling him medicine man or holy person. Some of the alleged victims are as young as 13 years old. Chasing Horse is expected to appear in court tomorrow at 8 a.m. We will, of course, bring you the latest on that. Reporting live tonight, I'm Danny Maston, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.